Bring him back. 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 Robert Saleh of the New York Jets has been fired. This was 3 or 4 hours ago. Huge news. Just yesterday, I was talking about how we need a big break. We need to do something drastic. We need to make a big change somewhere. And one of the biggest complaints for this team right now is the defense. And I cannot tell you how I feel like it just fell into our hands. Just this awesome opportunity. Now, should we hire him right away? I would say yes, of course. Do I think the 49ers are going to do that? No, I truly don't. I think they're going to end up probably doing it maybe more down the line and try to give Nick Sorensen more of an opportunity. I do think that. I just foresee that. However, I would just love it if they would just cut Nick Sorensen now, if they would just cut Brandon Staley now and just pick up Robert Saleh. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need him here. Like, oh my God, the defense has been such a problem. Nick Bosa said it himself. He doesn't believe in the scheme. And if the players don't believe in it, if they're not buying into it, even if the scheme at some point works, but they're not buying into it right now, that's bad. That's bad. It's going to hold back the team. It's going to hold back talent. You need people to really be all in on it, to buy in on it. Robert Saleh is that type of defensive coordinator for the players, because Nick Bosa was around when Robert Saleh was the defensive coordinator. Fred Warner was around when Robert Saleh was defensive coordinator. And those guys are the leaders, the captains of the team. Oh my God, I need this, man. And I'm sure I'm speaking for many 49ers fans when I say this. I need this. We need this. We need him on this team. He would spark the defense. He would get the back of Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. It's time, man. It is time. We need a drastic change. We are not a good team right now. We're top. Does it fix every problem if we hire Robert Saleh? Absolutely not. It does not fix every problem. But I tell you what, it fixes the defensive problem, in my opinion. Top defense, defensive coordinator, top defense when we had him. We need that spark, man. And everyone knows that a head coach and a coordinator's job are completely different. And you could be good as a defensive coordinator, but not good as a head coach, even though I think he didn't really have a fair shake. He really didn't have a good quarterback. I think Aaron Rodgers is washed. The disrespect that this dude gets, we'll appreciate him. We would appreciate him. This is a gift from God, y'all. This is a gift. We need to just band together and just go into every chat of all the 49ers videos, of all the freaking lives that they do, and just be like, bring him back, bring him back, bring him back, bring him back, bring him back. Because we need Robert Saleh. Oh my God, dude. When I saw this, I was thinking this would happen. We talked about it live on Sunday, and I was thinking something like this was going to happen at the end of the year, and then we would hire him because if the defensive coordinators work out. I did not foresee this at all. Like, it didn't even cross my mind. We talked about it for like a split second, and the reason why we talked about it for a split second is because I did not expect something like this to happen. Oh my God, dude, this is such a good opportunity. Such a good opportunity to make this team better, to give it a new spark. I absolutely need. Oh my God, we need this. So, yeah, I just need to go on a rant. I needed to just speak the truth. Anyone who's against the idea, saying no, we shouldn't bring him in, you're freaking crazy. You're psycho. This dude was absolutely amazing for our team. I would say he's even better than DeMeco Ryans. I liked him better than DeMeco Ryans, and I love DeMeco Ryans. DeMeco Ryans did a fantastic job with Texans. He's not going anywhere for sure. That dude's sticking around. I mean, he got a franchise quarterback. Robert Saleh really didn't, so it's kind of unfair there. But I liked Robert Saleh better as defensive coordinator than I did DeMeco Ryans. I just did. And it's just really good to see that there's an opportunity right in front of us. I hope to God, and I swear to God, I think it's hired by someone else, especially a division rival, because I know the Rams are struggling. A few teams are struggling on defense. The Cardinals even. He can go join them. Like, that would hurt me. That would hurt me so much, because I know that if he goes be a defensive coordinator anywhere else in the NFL, he will thrive. He will thrive as a defensive coordinator. He has that fire. If you give him just one thing to focus on, if you just give him the one side of the field to get us the team, the defense, he will dominate that side. He is an energy. He's a vibe. He's a leader. Man, dude, and fucking Aaron Rodgers is like stupid trying to ruin him and break him and shit. So stupid. But I'm glad that kind of happened though, because hopefully he's still the same guy and that all this pressure and everything else that's gone upon him hasn't weakened him or made him lose confidence that he cannot call a good defense, etc. Things like that. Even though I'm pretty sure he was the defensive coordinator for the Jets and their defense was fine in my opinion. I thought it was pretty good. So it's not like he lost that touch. So hopefully he comes back, changes the game for us, and like it truly is. I saw I think I can't remember his name. Is it Demon? That's not Demon. It's Damon. There you go. Damon Bruce or whatever. He says that what did he say? I can't remember what he said, but anyway, I agree with him on the fact that we need him. We absolutely need him right now. So Tyler Hilton in the house. Not really. Kansas City on a bye week after we beat Saints. Yeah. Jets suck. Yeah, they suck. That's because of Aaron Rodgers, though. That's because of Aaron Rodgers. Papa J in the house. What's up, man? Welcome. Nikita Tebow. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Hope 49ers take him. I hope so, dude. I hope so, too. He didn't leave on bad terms. He didn't, talk shit about the 49ers when he left either. I mean, good vibes when he departed. He was just really part of this organization. Kyle and him seem to always be on the same page. I don't know, man. We need to bring him back. I 110% agree. Bringing him back would, oh my God, it would reignite fans. And I know, okay, now we got to think about Brandon Staley, Nick Sorensen. I'm sorry. This is a Super Bowl window. Okay, we do not have time to develop a defensive coordinator. We took you guys because we thought it would be the best thing because Nick Sorensen, yeah, he's a rookie, but then we got Brandon Staley to help him out because he's supposed to be a good defensive coordinator but a shit head coach. And that is not working. And I'm sorry, we have too many players who are on the edge of leaving this dynasty, or not dynasty, but this era of Kyle Shanahan's team. There's only 1 or 2 years left on a few of them right now. We need Robert Saleh right now. I'm sorry, Nick Sorensen. I'm sorry, Brandon Staley. You guys just got hired. You guys worked your ass off, but it wasn't enough. The players aren't bought in. And if the players don't buy in, then it's a loss. It's a wash. It's not going to happen because they're not going to do what you want them to do, and they're going to go rogue, and it'll end up ruining the entire play that you schemed up, and it could be worse. And you could have a rebellion on your hands. I mean, it could be a mutiny. I'm sorry, but we need to salvage this year. It doesn't look good for us. And if we get a solid defense and our offense is scoring 20-plus points on average, then I think we would win this. I don't say we will win the Super Bowl, but I say we're back at Super Bowl contender. If we can get our defense back to where it was with Robert Saleh as a dominant, scary team, even top 5, we're back in the Super Bowl contention, in my opinion. We're back in Super Bowl contention. But, of course, we will have to see what he's like when he comes back because we don't know if he's the same guy. Let's be honest. We don't know. It's been years. He's gone through a lot of turmoil. He's gone through a lot of stress. We don't know if he's lost confidence. We don't know any of those things. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, we're Super Bowl contenders. No. I want to see him to go out there and prove it. And if he can make this defense back to what it was in 2019, 2020, I believe. I can't remember when he departed. If he can get back to that, this team is back to being a Super Bowl contending team because our offense, yes, it had issues in the second half, but it's still capable. I guess the defense and special teams got some stops, but however, we're still capable to score 20-plus points. Now, if we can just get that defense back while scoring 20-plus points, God, dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And it's not even a thing that's happened. It's not even a for sure thing. There's actually a chance. I would say there's a 40% chance, not even 40. I can't even think of a percentage, but there is a chance, a real chance that we don't even pick him up. I'm not lying. There is a real chance that we may not even pick this dude up. It's crazy. But I'm not going to think about that because the smart move would be to pick him up. And they would have, I'm assuming the 49ers would do their due diligence talking to Brandon Staley, Nick Sorensen, even though it's you're failing at your job, they still have to talk to Robert Saleh. It's a whole thing. It's not just, bring him back and we're good. So, God. 49ers would be good with Saleh. He could bring players to 49ers as trade. The 49ers as trade or free agent. I think you mean like it'll entice people that want to come to this team. I agree with you. I think that would. I think it would entice people wanting to come to this team for sure. Especially if they know that they have a solid defensive coordinator that can really maximize their talents. Because ever since DeMeco Ryans and Robert Saleh left, our defensive line with I can't remember his name, not Nick Forrester. That's who's the defensive line coach? Not Kubiak, but Chris. I can't remember his name, but you know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm thinking about. His D-line hasn't been as good since those two left. Let's be real. He's one of the best. He is the best. That D-line's been a little shaky. Not gonna lie. So that's how I feel about Robert Saleh's situation. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, of course. We've got Nikita's opinion on it. I love that. I love your opinion on that. I love the fact that I do agree that he would be great for the 49ers. I have no doubt in my mind that he would. But however, there's still, even if I believe it, we need to see it. So if we bring him in, I will be excited. I'll be thrilled. But I'm not going to say we're back yet until I need to see what Robert Saleh does with the team first. That's what I need to have. But I'll be excited. I'll be ecstatic. I would have so much belief, so much faith, and so much hope. But until I get the facts in front of me, I'm not going to say something like that. I can't. Vince need to step up to his issues with Holmes throughout his days. Need to stay calm more. You guys are fine, dude. You got truly, you have nothing to worry about as a Kansas City Chiefs fan. You guys are Super Bowl favorites for sure, and it's looking like you guys are a 3P. I wouldn't seriously. I wouldn't even if I was in your shoes, dude. I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Move home, threw some passes. I don't give a shit. He threw some interceptions, whatever. We're gonna win anyway. I would be. Not obnoxious, but I would be absolutely 100% just certain we're going to make it to the Super Bowl. I would feel so certain that we're going to go to the playoffs. I would have zero doubt. If we lost a game in the regular season that was bad, I would have zero worries because no matter how many times they've lost a game in the regular season for the Kansas City Chiefs to whatever team, whatever upset like the Raiders last year, for example, it does not matter. It does not matter. You guys are going to make the playoffs. You should just be like, I don't give a shit that we don't have Pacheco. I don't give a shit if we don't have wide receivers. I don't give a shit at all. You guys have the best team. It's crazy. No, you should stop worrying about anything. Do not. It just baffles me. You come in here. I don't want to say you come in here, but every time you come in here, you're like, oh, I'm worried about this and I'm worried about that. And it's like me as a 49ers fan. It kind of makes me like, dude, you don't appreciate what you got right now, man. It's kind of weird that you're not all in what you got because there's other people struggling, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I would have no fucking worries. None. Not one. I've seen teams replace their head coach midseason or even further and get better right away. They say don't fix anything that's not broken, but we are broken. We need to fix this broken defense right now. I agree 110%. Our defense is bad and we do not have the time to develop a defensive coordinator right now. All right, this is a Super Bowl window with very few players are not going to be here after 2025. I'm sorry, Nick Sorensen. Yeah, Nick Sorensen, just take the demotion, man, and learn from Robert Saleh. DeMeco Ryans did that, and guess what? He was a baller. So if anything, I would love that from Nick Sorensen to learn from Robert Saleh because you and I both know that Robert Saleh is tenfold better than Brandon Staley ever was. And I mean ever was. So, yes, bringing him in would be 100% good for not only the team and not only the 49ers, only for Kyle Shanahan and the players. It would be great for Nick Sorensen. It would be great. Great. I admire Mahomes and Reed's confidence. Yes, dude, I do too. They're good. They can't get rid of Sorensen and Staley in midseason. It would look so bad. It looks bad enough as I disagree with that. They can get rid of him. If it's that bad, I know that I could see Kyle Shanahan thinking something like that, or John Lynch thinking something like that, because firing somebody's literally sucks. It's not the best thing to do in the world. However, considering the situation at hand, it's different. It's different. They can get rid of They can get rid of Staley for sure. But I don't see them getting rid of Nick Sorensen. I could see them developing Nick Sorensen under Robert Saleh. If they can just get rid of the Brandon Staley part, bring in Robert Saleh, have him be the assistant head coach, really just actually mentor Nick Sorensen, I'd be fine with that. I'd be happy with that too, because that means he's technically helping with the game plan. That I wouldn't mind, but I would prefer that Robert Saleh was the defensive coordinator, but I would even accept firing Brandon Staley, bringing in Robert Saleh, and have him just mentor Nick Sorensen. I'll be fine with that. I'm sure our defense would do better. I'm sure our defense would still feed off that because we could still have Robert Saleh down on the field, and because that's one of the things that Robert Saleh had. It was really weird is him being on the field was like having a player on the field. He was firing up teammates. He made the players play better. Players have talked about even when they're down and they feel like shit, or if they feel like something is going wrong and nothing will go right for the rest of the game, Robert Saleh was known to get everyone back into shape, back into the mindset, and seriously play dominant football again. That's what we need, man. I'm so just him being in the building would be huge. Just him being in the building would be huge, especially considering they ran Wilkes out of the town for the bullshit. Yeah, but I totally agree. Moving on from Wilkes and trying to find someone else, they just failed at finding someone else. That's why it looks bad now. I disagree. I think that this is a perfect opportunity to do that. I don't think the Robert Saleh firing Nick Sorensen and then Brandon Staley for someone else just out of nowhere right now would be bad if it was just somebody else. But Robert Saleh has the resume. He has the word of mouth. He has the players. The players got his back. Kyle Shanahan's got his back. It would be a easier transition compared to any other situation. We need Saleh calling plays. Yes, I agree. That would be the top tier best option. But if I had to be realistic, I could see the 49ers not firing Nick Sorensen, make him still the defensive coordinator, but Robert Saleh be the mentor. But I would prefer that. I would prefer that too. I agree. I'm good. Kansas City Chiefs are not toxic Kansas City fans, but last yesterday as a team make me feel like excited. I feel bad for you, team. No worries. Don't give up for it. I'm not giving up, dude. Never have. Never will. I've been through a lot worse than this, but I will be urgent. I will be on red alert. I will be serious at times, but I will always watch my team. I will always root for them. I will always believe as long as we're in it because we've been down before. We've been 3-5. We've been 4-6. We've been blah, 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 and we figured it out later. So I'm not saying like just because we've done it before, we're going to do it again. I'm saying because we've done it before, we can do it again. It's literally a trend. They've done it 3 times, and they've gotten back into the playoffs. So I do think that Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have the ability to fix the team in time because they have done it before. They've done it 3 times before. They do it again. Did the 49ers sign a kicker yet until Moody comes back? They did. Matthew Wright. We'll get into a second. Our issue is personnel, not coaching. I disagree. I think it's coaching. I think it's the defensive scheme, 110%. You have Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Charvarius Ward, Lenore. You have the stud. I think Jerry Brown and Malik Mustafa are absolute studs. I think you got Malik Collins, who's destroying people. You got Leonard Floyd, who's supposed to be bum rushing people, but yet you have him in coverage. I respectively, Scott, I disagree. I know what you're saying. Like you shouldn't just burn everything down, but respectfully, I'm going to have to disagree. I think that the coaching for the defensive side of the situation is the issue. It is. It's not like Steve Wilkes where, we were used to such a dominant defense and then we went like 16th or 17th overall, so that was bad. We're now beyond in the 20s. We're up there really bad. So, yeah, I do agree they should have moved on from Wilkes. They just failed at finding the better replacement. I gotta bring my pets in to be right back. I'll be right back. What's up with Kansas City getting the royal treatment from the ref? Papa, let's not start it. Floyd is trash. Campbell, yeah, I totally agree. I don't know if Floyd is, because Floyd is not being used correctly. You will literally see Floyd in coverage. So I don't think Floyd is being utilized correctly. But yes, he's not playing great right now, 110%. Campbell is trash. Again, why are the coaching putting in Devondre Campbell when quite literally all James Cameron did in the second half was just attack Devondre Campbell? Yes, you're right. Devondre Campbell, that's a personnel situation right there. But the coaching needs to take out Devondre Campbell and put in another player to replace him. And they're not doing that. They're continuing to do the same thing with that player. Same thing with Leonard Floyd. They're continuing to do a coverage with him and not actually have him bum rush the team, not bum rush the quarterback. So, yeah. You think Shanny can humble himself enough to make this change to Saleh and admit he was wrong? Well, he doesn't need to admit he's wrong. He just needs to just make the change. I don't mean it doesn't need to come with that kind of caveat, right? He just needs to be like, hey, this guy's we need our Super Bowl window. We need this guy. But there is a realistic for any other, all 32 teams, I believe, wouldn't just fire Nick Sorensen and Brandon Staley. That would be kind of uncommon. So I wouldn't just throw it all on Kyle Shanahan being like, oh, it's Kyle Shanahan. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan have to make these decisions. Same thing with Jed York. They are quite literally a team. They advertise themselves as a team, and they advertise themselves as it's that they're the ones responsible. So it is up to them to make these decisions. And I don't think it takes a place of saying, I was wrong, so let's go ahead and bring in Robert Saleh. No, it's just, hey, we're bringing in Robert Saleh. Like, there's no weird drama to it. There's no like, can Shanahan's ego? No, I don't think this would be an ego thing, because it's not like Kyle Shanahan doesn't. It's not like Kyle Shanahan doesn't like Robert Saleh. You know what I mean? They're great friends. They got along with each other greatly. It would take zero ego. Ego would not even be the issue to bring in Robert Saleh. It's the logistics of it. It's you hired this guy, Brandon Staley, and you hired Nick Sorensen to be the guy. And if you were to fire both of them right away, like Scott said, I do agree with that. Like just firing them right away and then just bringing Robert Saleh would be like this harsh. That would be, in my opinion, kind of dark and kind of like evil. And I think that would be egotistical. I think doing something like that. However, if they brought in Robert Saleh and they got rid of Brandon Staley, and I want that to happen. I want Kyle Shanahan to have an ego and be like, hey, I'm sick and tired of your fucking defense. I want a new one, bringing one in. That I would love. I would love for Kyle Shanahan's ego to kick in. Because if his ego kicked in, guess what? He wouldn't put up this fucking defense any longer. So if anything, we need his ego. We need that shit. We need him to be like, all right, man, I'm done. All right, we're going to blame it all on the defense. Let's go get Robert Saleh right now. I would love that. But there's a logistics to everything. It's not as simple as just firing somebody, you know? It's not that simple. Why teams still have 5%? I'm not starting anything. I'm blaming the refs. No simulated pressure or disguising simple vanilla defense. I got a lot of respect for KC, yeah. So that's how I feel about Robert Saleh's situation. I'm stoked. This has got me absolutely excited, but this has also got me like concerned at the same time, because if we don't hire him, there is a dark side of this. He could go to a rival. He can go to the Cowboys because they're having struggles on defense. He can go to the Cardinals. They're having a bad defense. The Rams. The Seahawks currently have a defensive head coach, so that's not a thing. I mean, I'll try to think of a few other teams, but on top of my head, those teams right there would kill me if Robert Saleh went there and became defensive coordinator. Wait. The Arizona Cardinals have a defensive head coach too, so that wouldn't be a thing. So the Rams might be it. I agree, Wolf. It's our coaches to put our players in the positions to succeed. They failed extremely on that. I blame the coach. I do too. I think that if you're doing the same thing with Devondre Campbell, you're doing the same thing with Leonard Floyd by putting him in coverage, that is the coach is telling them to do that. That is the coach is doing that. And Until I see like all the players failing epically, and I see Fred Warner failing epically, Nick Bosa, like all these players are not, I don't think the players are the ones that are failing. Yes, there's tackling issues, but some of the players that we've seen before how do I put this? It's almost as the defense is relatively soft. They don't have that intensity anymore. And when you don't have that intensity, you don't have that monster in you, you don't have that fire in you, you're probably not going to do very good at tackling because you got to commit when it comes to a tackle. You got to commit to it. And if you don't got a leader in your defense that fires you up, that gives you that energy, you're not going to make tackles. So I'm not in. Yes, sometimes there is a skill set to it. But if you got someone on the sideline who's a leader, say, get in that hit, whoa, whatever you got to do. I don't know. I'm not a defensive head coach, so I don't know how that works. But I've seen it. I've seen Robert Saleh conjure the fire from players. I've literally seen it. I've seen players look down like they're defeated. We're not going to win this game. I've seen Robert Saleh come out with fire and be like, what are we doing? And the defense was on fire. So I do think that it's a big deal when the defensive coordinator is not like Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh is a unique defensive coordinator. Is a unique leader. And yeah, I just want to see him on the sideline. I just want to see him on the sideline. I really do. All right, so we're going to jump over to the kicker news. Let's jump over to kicker news. Kicker news. Jumping on over to kicker news. All right. 49ers Inc. Kicker Matthew Wright with Jake Moody hurt. Sad day. You want to bring this up? All right. So I don't know if you guys saw my short, because I also reacted in the short earlier too as well. Try to get the news out as fast as possible. I beat SF Niners, by the way, to that Robert Saleh news. Just saying, I feel pretty good. Felt pretty confident. I only found out because my friend texted me like right when I was like trying to get ready to walk my dog and shit. He texted me. I was like, no way, dude. So if not for him, I never would have got there. But all right, so this kicker is 40 of 47 on field goal attempts, 35 of 37 on extra points. Not the best, but I have seen kickers miss extra points. I've seen Jake Moody miss extra points. So 35 of 37 is not the worst. 40 of 47 is actually not that bad. I got a little bit of confidence in this kicker. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. Last time I checked, he had 85% scoring rate. That's pretty good actually for a free agent kicker. And then the 49ers also tried out multiple kickers, and he won the Derby, as said in one of the articles. So I'm actually excited about this kicker. I'm not saying he's going to be Jake Moody, and we should not have an expectation for this kicker in the sense of he's going to be Justin Tucker, top 5, or a third-round draft pick status, kind of like we have usually for Jake Moody. We need to understand that this kicker is a free agent. We need to understand this guy's an emergency kicker. He's someone we had to assign in an emergency situation. So we cannot have this. It's like literally drafting a backup quarterback. Like you want a backup quarterback, you want a good one that helps you win games, and that's it. But you're not expecting them to go out there and manage the game and just dominate. No, same thing with this kicker situation. Not going to go out there and expect him to be super clutch. I'm not going to set myself up for that. I'm going to set myself up for him missing a kick and maybe an extra point. I know fans may not like that, but you got to be real here. Got to be real. And I would love it. Love it if the kicker made every single kick, game-winning field goals, all the extra points. That's what I want. But you can't always get what you want, all right? And you got to be realistic. And that's the realistic situation with the kicker. So, all right. And hopefully Jake Moody comes back. He had a high ankle sprain. He is young, so the high ankle sprain probably won't stick around very long compared to like older players that are getting high ankle sprains these days. So it usually takes about 6 weeks to even more for a high ankle sprain to heal. So he probably won't be back until like week 10, week 11, or some shit. So, yeah. And some people said that, like, why did he go for a tackle? I'm sorry, it's 11-11 football. He was the last line of defense, okay? Maybe if we had better special teams, that wouldn't have happened. Is he any good? He is 40 for 47. And then on normal kickoffs, then 35, not kickoffs, but field goals. And then he's 35 of 37 on field goals. On extra points, sorry. So, yeah. Is he any good? I think he's pretty good, actually. He's 85% in scoring. I don't know if you guys heard. Is my volume down? But yeah, so he's 40 of 47 on regular field goals. That he's 35 of 37 on extra points. So just to reiterate what I just said, I just think that I'm not going to set myself up for a failure by saying this guy's going to come in and replace Jake Moody, but I think that he's got promise. He's got promise. All right. So got me all like tongue tied there, Papa. Because now I'm like, I got to repeat everything I just said. But if you try, you'll get what you need. But if you try sometimes, just mine. All right. So yeah. And that's what they're doing. They are trying. And let's see what happens. They are trying. So in 2020, he had, so this was his stats right here. Like I said, he was 40 of 47, 85% scoring rate. Jaguars full-time, 24, 21, 87. Steelers, 14 of 12, full-time, it seems, for 85. That's actually not bad. So roughly like 86 if you count a full season. If you take away this outlier here and this outlier here, this is about 46 something. That's actually not bad. Let's check to see how many kickers are actually scoring. Kickers stats. Let's see how bad that is. How good is that actually? That can't be bad, right? That can't be bad, right? That doesn't sound bad to me. 85% does not sound bad to me. Where's that? Field goals made. Let's share this tab with you guys. Field goal percentage. All right, so 100%, 100%. Yeah, dude, that's better than, that's like mid, that's in the mid size of the league here. Hey, Jake Moody's the 8th overall kicker. Hey, he wasn't doing too bad. So he's going to be roughly, right now he's ranked some right in between Cameron Dicker and Harrison Butker. He's technically, well, I guess if you take away the that 4-3 year with the Panthers, where he's 4-3 kicking, he's technically better than Harrison Butker. So I don't know. That's promise. I kind of thought 85%. I was like, 85% is not bad for a free agent kicker at all. He's technically better, like with that percentage. If he came into the league with that percentage, he'd be better than a lot of good kickers out there. They're not doing very well. McPherson, who else is down here? Daniel Carlson, Jake Elliott. Yeah, Justin Tucker is the worst kicker in the league. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh my God, that is so sad to see, dude. He's the worst kicker in the league. He is the worst kicker in the league. Oh my God. That is so sad, dude. I remember Jason Myers being better too. Jesus, he's dropped too. Yeah, man. So this kicker might actually, he's not going to be the best, right? He's not going to be like a top 10 or top 15, but my expectations are somewhere in this general area. So we may have gotten a good kicker. Yeah, we may have gotten a better kicker. Not a better kicker, but an actual starting kicker. Maybe. But then again, kickers are held to a way higher standard. Like once they miss one kick, they're immediately considered the worst kicker in the world. If they miss one extra point, they're immediately considered the worst kicker in the world. So I don't expect a lot of fans to be realistic about Matthew Wright. I really don't. If he starts missing some kicks here and there, I don't expect that because kicker is one of the most like criticized positions in the NFL. But considering the situation that he's a free agent, I'm not going to set myself up being like he's the savior, he's Patrick Mahomes or some shit's going to come up here and change the game. But I do. But if he can do 85%, that's cool with me. I'll take it. That's better than most players in the league right now. Do they have it? No, because he hasn't kicked yet. So they don't have him in there yet. NFL kicking last year. What about last year field goal percentages? Where would he rank last year? Last year he would rank, somewhere around 17, 18. So pretty much the same thing as last year. If he were to start and end with 85% kicking, he'd be up here. And that's actually pretty good. It's even for last year. It's pretty good for a free agent kicker, but yeah. That's better than McPherson. This is last year, right? Yeah, this is last year. This would have been better than McPherson. McManus is trash. Gano. Yeah. Something's better than nothing. It sounds like he's better than just something. Yeah, it sounds like it. I didn't do this much research. I didn't know that he'd be in the middle of the pack. I kind of thought 85% was good for a free agent, like 20-something, like in there. But he's in the teens technically in percentage, in kicking percentage. So for a free agent, kind of like that. I kind of like that. And so yeah, just all that I ask fans is that you just don't I guess get upset when you lose, or if a field goal gets missed, I get upset. Cause just like anything that happens that's bad, you get upset a little bit, but cut the guy a little bit of slack if that happens just because of the situation. That's all that I ask. It's just, yeah, because I could see it now. I could totally see this kicker missing a game-winning field goal, and then people losing their fucking minds and be like, "Well, he's the best thing we got, okay? He is the best thing we can find." Shit. So that's the kicker situation that's happening there. What else? I was going to see if we were watching another video, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, actually, because I do have some things I was going to do. I do have videos we're going to watch. I might go live later. I'm probably going to end up going live later, and we'll watch some videos. I really kind of forced this live to happen. I meant to go live later today at 4:20. I'm trying to think. Nah, I got to be responsible. I got something I have to do at 10. So, all right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. But, yeah, that was the kicker situation. That was the Robert Saleh situation. Oh, my. I'm trying not to get too much on cloud nine for something that hasn't happened yet. I'm trying not to get too far up there, but I swear to God, dude, when I saw that news, it was like, "Please, sir, may I have some more?" Sure thing. That's what it felt like, because we needed more. So it just, yeah. So I'm rambling at this point. Papa Jason, thanks, Wolf. Hey, man, thank you. You're OG. I appreciate your opinions, man. Awesome. Scott Lacrosse, I appreciate you too, man. I appreciate your opinions as well, man. Moon Man, thank you for jumping in. Tyler Helton, coolest Chiefs fan I know. Good luck rest of the year. Like, you don't need it. I mean, yeah. Nikita Tebow, thank you for coming in and showing your opinions, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Brandon Finn, we need solid call and plays, 110%. Thank you so much for coming in. And then I think there was someone else, right? Nope, that was everyone. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and be sure to like the live. It seriously helps me out a lot. It helps the channel grow. It truly does. And so to everybody who watches this live later, because it's going to be a video at some point, if you like the content, so if you like the live, though, if you like this video but you don't like the content, you're like, okay, this video is pretty cool, shoot me a like. I appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. All love, fam. I will see you next video.